the Lone Druid in lane that the Shadow Demon can't really get close to you because you can constantly harass him with the bear and move back with your hero if played well, which Admiral Bulldog does. So it is a good answer to it.
For Alliance, Admiral Bulldog actually has played him mid a few times.
Yep.
It's not their go-to lane. But maybe with the new playstyle, they might actually are looking towards seeing that. I mean, it's an option that they have open. There's a lot more melee heroes going into the mid lane, and Lone Druid is great against those.
Yeah, it's true.
So it will depend on what TNC is going to do with the rest of their draft as they ban out the Juggernaut.
Juggernaut Lone Druid is a kind of famous combination because of the extremely high HP of the bear early game. Having the healing ward that's percentage HP based allows you to push extremely efficiently.
Yeah. I mean, if you combine that with a Dazzle,
Dazzle,
as well.
yeah. Now there is some other heroes that I'd like to see. Like I love to see with Lone Druid. One is Ogre, which we saw in the last game from Alliance. Give the buff to the bear, the Bloodlust.
Yeah.
Invoker is also good, and I know S4 doesn't particularly like Invoker, so maybe that's out of the cards. But the alacrity on the bear is very strong.
Yes.
Like usually people center their strategy around the Lone Druid. Is what I'm trying to say. That's why they ban out the Juggernaut, because they don't want to just deal with this combo.
At the same time, in the past, when Alliance went for Lone Druid, did they really center it around Lone Druid, or did they? I believe they just let Admiral Bulldog just.
Yeah, but that's kind of the same thing, right? If you pick heroes like, for example, Slardar for Loda or Batrider for S4, you up the tempo of your other heroes to make space for the Lone Druid.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you pick these kind of early, like mid game orientated heroes that will allow Bulldog to, if he does have a bad lane, catch up and allow him some space.
So for TNC, they go for the Axe and the Shadow Demon. We already pointed out what a good combination that is specifically. We already said, nice Augur pen indeed, that Shadow Demon is really good later on in the game. You can make copies of heroes and just basically siege without putting any of your heroes in jeopardy. Which hero will TNC combine with that? Because obviously it's a good combination with the Axe, but you want it for more, surely.
You can like there's so many, any agility based hero.
Like Terrorblade that just got banned out.
Exactly, it's amazing with Shadow Demon because it's based off stats, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you want to have high stats. Like we've seen a few Morphlings. You know, Naga is also good. Anyone that has basically high agility gain is extremely good. Ranged heroes are usually the go-to because you want to be able to use the illusions and siege from a distance with the like Hurricane Pike that a lot of people.
Yeah, is
so
any of
Drow
the
could be a thing.
Yeah, is that for example also specifically good against what Alliance has? Like it does both things at the same time.
Drow is good against Dazzle. He's not amazing against Lone Druid, but Lone Druid is not amazing against him. It's kind of just neutral in my opinion, because when the bear closes gap on you, it doesn't remove or it's not a hero.
You do have the extra armor from the Dazzle, of course, which is maybe a little bit annoying for the Drow later on. But at the same time, you have the Axe as your front runner.
Yeah.
So you got that going, and they do indeed go for that. So they have got the synergy going. I mean, it is an agility hero that goes high ground, set a couple of illusions up, and
it's very
you're
good
with the Shadow Demon.
The highest agility hero, in fact. Yeah, because of the ulti. Yeah.
So we talked about Drow strats earlier and how you can counter them and what the ways around it are in terms of going aggressive tri-lane or going to try and up the tempo of your own game.
Yeah.
What's Alliance going to go for here, you feel?
The Luna is what we see sometimes, but I don't think...
It's not really a typical Alliance hero.
It isn't really, no. But Loda is a very experienced hero.
You know what Loda plays? PA? Is that a thing? I mean, we haven't seen him in a very long time, but personally...
I don't...
You don't know? You don't see that?
It technically works against Drow, but the problem is Axe and Shadow Demon alone do so much early game damage that you're gonna... If they do pick it, which they can... It works against Drow, but the other two heroes do extremely strong against it.
10 seconds remaining.
So you don't think it would be the optimal pick?
5 seconds.
I mean,
I don't think it's what you want. No.
You already said that if you're going for a Lone Druid, having a Bed Rider for S4 creating space. You mentioned the Slardar as an example for Loda.
I think
is that a better option?
Slardar is probably the better option, yeah, because the way they play it is Loda will farm really fast, and it'll allow you to gap close on Drow. It's.
Does it change your opinion now that the Oracle was picked up?
Oracle can remove the amp instantly with his Q. It's quite strong against Slider, to be honest. Rubik. Oh. Okay, so I've seen Alliance do this before.
Okay.
They pick Dazzle, Rubik, Naga, and they do the lift into the illusions with the
5
heal bomb on top of it
seconds remaining.
Yes.
in an aggressive trial lane to pressure the draw. So they probably will go aggressive and leave
Druid safe lane.
yeah, solo safe lane.
Okay, Slark is the one that gets removed by TNC.
Yeah, Slark is very, very good against Drow. They don't have much lockdown to deal with the Slark
And you
as well.
can lift into a pounce as well.
Yeah, true. They banned the Huskard. That's a nice ban. You do not want to get Huskard. Last pick Huskard with the Drow Aura, with the Oracle on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's not a thing you want to deal with at all.
Lions want to start with a strong 2-0, as they did take the game off of TNC, of course, in the first game
10
of the series.
seconds remaining.
Let's see what they go for.
Well, they got a lot of time left.
They have
in
100
their,
and, or
5
1 minute and
seconds
35 seconds
remaining.
over reserve as well.
yeah, that's a lot of time left in their bonus time.
I think
Kind of
they-
meaning that they had a specific strategy planned. It's like a comfort draft.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And they do go for the Slardar.
Okay.
Should have just stuck with it. You said Lone Druid, you know, match it up with Bat Rider and Slardar. Casual mention, boom,
Yeah.
both ping. Alliance thought exactly that. And
Well,
they
I
do
just
have to
I
get
have seen
closer.
the Rubik Dazzle
Yeah,
Naga
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
a
yeah,
few
yeah. Oh,
times.
no, I wasn't saying you would. No, but Slardar.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it
mean,
a
you
lot.
pointed out that it was good already from the start, and they go for
5
it. So what does TNC want to do here? They have the draw. They will probably run their safe lane. Go
Okay,
over for
a
Shadow
lot of
Demon.
people don't like Invoker because he takes so long to get going.
Yeah.
But the strength of Invoker, especially Exhort, is being able to Sunstrike and up the tempo of the game using the Sunstrike.
10
And they have
seconds
very good
remaining.
setup. Shadow Demon is... If I play Invoker, Shadow Demon Soul Catcher with the
5
Disruption
seconds
is the
remaining.
best. The best Sunstrike setup. Because of the amp. But another high magical damage, like the laser rockets with the amp of Shadow Demon.
You can laser the bear as well.
Yeah, that's a very good point actually, and stops the push, like the group up and push,
Yep.
and to get the momentum going. The Bat Rider is very good against Tinker though. Slider kind of
In the lane, 1-on-1.
No, I mean like later on into the game. If Tinker
Okay.
wants to split push, Bat Rider Fireflies gives you vision and allows you to catch him.
And if S4 has a tricky time in mid again, if TNC decides to apply pressure there, as they did in the previous game, Bed Rider is also a hero that can catch up in the jungle with Jax, so
Very quickly.
he'll be fine there. Which lane do you feel like TNC is going to apply the pressure on? Because Tinker should be okay by himself against the Bet, I think. Or really need some help.
It says 4 Bat Rider.
10 seconds
Right.
remaining.
Yeah.
You gotta have
I
faith
mean-
in the guy, like. It's
5
the matchup
seconds
itself.
remaining.
I think Tinker is just extremely strong in lane just because of how strong Laser is. You know, you can't actually harass it, but Tinker can, or the Bat Rider can constantly apply sticky, and if you get out of position, okay. I love this early game
Prepare
wording
for battle.
nowadays. It's so cool. The 50
Yep.
gold thing is, it really adds so much
Just
vision to
Go
the game.
place your wards. You already got one next to the tower. Is it actually?
Okay, let's
Okay,
see.
that was close.
Time of first tower destruction.
Sentry ward. And they the supports
Hey
run into
guys.
each other. Just passing through. It's all good. Okay.
Definitely didn't ward over there.
No. So yeah, the pings come out from both teams, knowing whereabouts they warded, and they already got the D ward going on as well. So first time of tower destruction.
Oh no. Alliance actually missed their D-word.
Oh, nice.
Okay, time of first tower destruction. We
8
do
to 11.
8 to 11. Yep.
It was a little bit ambitious last time.
Highest net worth, but 25 minutes. I'm gonna go
Lone Druid, safe lane
Tinker.
Lone Druid, or
Coop.
Tinker.
Cuckoo, yeah.
30 seconds to battle.
Safe lane Lone Druid. Okay, yeah. Admiral Bulldog.
Admiral Bulldog.
Roshan kills. They have Amp. They have Lone Druid. The
But
other team has
there's
Drow.
Drow, yeah.
They don't have much else apart from Drow.
Alliance.
TNC is dire though, but yeah, Alliance played so well compared
They're
to TNC.
they're gonna try to take it first. Player with the highest total magic or pure damage done
Demon.
to heroes. Away. Oh, are you not sure it's gonna be Cuckoo?
The battle begins.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a first blood here. Previously, there was a first blood in the rune spawn, but not this time. Alliance got both the runes, by the way.
Okay, it's huge. So
Yep.
they do this offensive trial line as we thought.
We got a prediction. Oh, predictions are closed.
Yeah.
We did. Oh, and it was. No. I
Yeah,
I
Cuckoo is
didn't-
good, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't select anything, so.
Oh.
Whatever. It's fine. Oh, EGM can actually. Where did it go?
Oh, there's the
Yes.
crush. Okay.
That was that
The
was
heal bomb? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dead EU, but that was odd.
What? I wasn't watching. What happened?
The question mark came also out from Jimmy because he went for Fortune's End on EGM, and the Fortune's End didn't go off. Well, he casted the entire animation, but there was no projectile running towards EGM.
Huh.
And it was just gone.
Doesn't really seem right.
I don't know why, and I
Oh,
don't
look,
think
bottom.
Jimmy
Some
knows
H.
why.
Against the
Ooh.
Batrider, he has 7 stacks. That's
You're dead. That's...
Yeah, so the way they laned it, they actually surprised TNC, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
By sending the Batrider safe.
Yeah.
And the Admirable Dog mid.
Okay, let's actually take a look at seeing who's playing where and who's playing what and all
Okay,
that jazz. So this time the projectile does hit. You just checked if it worked. Demon for TNC will play the Oracle. We got Raven on the Drow Ranger, and in the middle lane it is Cuckoo playing the Tinker this time. And on the small camp, or the camp here, Sam H decided not to be up against that Batrider again. He just died, so taking it slow. He is supported though. AU is there with the Shadow Demon.
Then facing him is S4 on the Batrider, the safe lane. Taking up the mid lane, as you mentioned in the draft, they do run the mid lane lone druid sometimes. Admiral Bulldog playing, like, it's his hero, realistically. And in the offensive tri lane, we have EGM on the Rubik, Slardar played by Loda, and Ake manning his, I guess, also famous Dazzle. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely his hero.
Yeah,
And this offensive tri lane is very, very potent because the range on lift is it's quite long. It's actually a little longer than it looks as well.
Yeah, and it's so potent that TNC decides to rotate their lanes. Raven just died, so he rotates his bottom, and they actually tried to go on S4 here. There is EGM teleporting in, so trying to at least make sure that doesn't turn into a kill. 4 stacks.
The sticky nearly allowed him to get.
Ooh, almost 5 stacks.
It doesn't do that much damage.
5 stacks do.
No.
No? No. Okay.
No, level 1 shadow poison. It's okay.
Okay, so solo lane now for Loda on top.
Look at Demon.
The Demon.
He's trying to snipe the courier, yeah.
And the courier's going towards the bottom lane rather than going middle, even though he's trying to find it. His Invis rune's not going to last very much longer though.
Look at the CS difference between Bulldog and Tinker. Bulldog's doing amazingly.
Yeah?
1v1 versus Tinker, leading the CS charts. Loda too. This is like Loda getting this early start on Slardar. Like he could even go armlet pre-blink, and just become that unkillable beast.
Yeah.
That they need him to be, like that initiator.
Yeah. And Bulldog in his farming also is able to take some jungle creeps out there, which is kind of nice. No last hit for you, Cuckoo.
Denying the range creep with the Savage Roar.
That was fun.
What a baller.
I didn't think yeah. So it's just small things, gimmicky things that you just...
That was really nice though.
Yeah, that's good.
When you remove 20% of the experience from a wave, it's pretty huge.
So a bit of musical
he's gonna
lanes
get the rune
going
too
on.
with the roar. Bulldog.
Got it?
He used the Savage Roar again to secure the bounty rune. Oh man, just great usage of the spells on Lone Druid.
They do get the haste rune on the Shadow Demon bottom. Oh, haste rune. Yeah, get yourself out of there. That's not where you want to be.
You're not catching me, boys.
No, so a lot of movements again. We do have Dazzle now solo on top lane. Slardar did rotate towards bottom. I'm not sure what's happening here, so it's going to be the Dazzle versus the Oracle, typical lane.
Yeah, this
match
is
up.
not normal enough. No, what happened was S4 wanted to go back to base before TPing top, so Ake was like, okay, I'll just leech some experience here, maybe Shadow Wave to get some last hits.
Yeah. So who do you how do you think it's gonna end up? Is it gonna be because Slardar went bottom and Batrider has gone into the jungle?
Well, they just want to keep this lane. They want to keep the offensive lane on the Drow, right? They want to continue pressure, slow down her farm, and not let TNC's draft do what it's going to do.
The bear has got the roar again. Is it enough? I don't think it is this time, but maybe it is. Oh, the heal Aki coming in. Should be enough.
Look at Aki's skill build. No Griff.
No great.
He's like, we're not gonna die, guys.
And even if there's an axe, you know.
True. That's a good point. But he's still there.
Yeah, generally I would as well, but at the same time, nobody's dying yet. So
yeah, it's like, okay, we're not gonna die.
There's that.
We don't need this.
Yeah.
What a pointless spell.
So the lane switching continues. Sam H is back bottom, and Joe Ranger went back top. Still up against the solo Dazzle. And Loda now also coming to join in, went back top as well.
Demon's in pretty deep. The poison touch is quite a high level.
Yeah, that might actually be a problem here.
Oh, he removed it. He dispelled it, but he's still not fast enough.
He's still not fast enough. There's going to be a crush very soon as well. Catches it there as well. Disruption coming out, but I don't think it matters. Aki is there to finish the job. He'll gladly take that kill if Loda can't.
Aki's 2-0-1. 6 minutes in. That poison touch doing work. Level 3 now. He levels up before the
he is the solo offlane Dazzle now, guys. He's
damage,
core.
guys.
You don't want this lane, Loda?
Oh.
Sure, I'll be the core.
Sam H might be in trouble.
I think he is. Lasso comes out and comes the
Oh, dude,
damage.
not allowing him to call.
That's a rough one right there. And they might be able to get Cuckoo as well. He does get some help though. S4 getting healed up again as well. Here comes Loda with the crush. Doesn't matter that there is a March of the Machines there.
Loda's
Double
everywhere.
kill for S4. Loda is everywhere. He is going to be able to kill off Demon here as well. He gets a crush at least. Should be able to walk.
Look at him.
He's fine.
Yeah, but he's going in and out knowing that the nuke is probably enough damage to kill him.
He's fine.
Oh my god. He's at like 120 life and he came in to
yeah,
he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, good.
He's completely confident.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. It's his confidence. You know what I mean? Like his lack of fear to just completely
awareness of the cooldowns and of how far he can go.
Using the fog and everything. He just played it so well. What a gamer.
What a gamer indeed. In the meantime, Aki is still going on his core Dazzle trap. He's still solo off lane at level 6 right now. And I mean, normally I don't really point out levels that much, but
this is pretty cool actually.
I am pointing out levels also because it is slightly scary. We have
Demon level 3.
Core Drow Ranger level 5 versus a core Dazzle, I know, but he's level 6, so it's really rough.
It's a lot to do with the laning again. Like both games, Alliance just kind of forcing TNC to play the way they want to play. You know, they set up these lanes, this offensive tri-lane with the Slardar, Rubik, Dazzle, just destroyed the Drow Ranger. He couldn't farm at all.
So last game, we credited TNC for being aware of what Alliance was doing for the first 10 minutes of the game. Sure, after that it kind of fell apart, but before that they were aware and they had some movements that were just good and solid.
In the last game, a lot of the support spent a lot of the time stacking for the Alchemist.
Yeah.
They weren't killing spree. They weren't able to really get the ball rolling like with rotations, and that allowed Alliance so much space. EGM.
Yeah. So much of the Machines. Lasso's there too. Good positioning from S4. The disruption is there. I don't think it's going to matter much though. Cuckoo is a dead bird.
This is a very difficult game. Shadow Demon's still level 3.
Okay, what do you do if you're TNC? You're behind. I mean, things are going south real fast. You're not doing well. How do you fix?
How do you fix?
How do you fix this?
Against the level 4 poison touch Dazzle at 9 minutes into the game.
I mean, on the bright side, Alliance is not pushing down towers yet.
They're stacking for the Tinker. This is good, right? They stack for the Tinker. Tinker gets his boots of travel. That's step 1.
Yes.
You get your boots of travel on Tinker. You start split pushing a little bit. You push in the lanes and create a little bit of space for your Drow Ranger to farm. Then you get the Roshan. Like, you need to do this, but the boots of travel on the Tinker is #1 priority. It's
how far is? He's
pretty far.
Yeah, well, he's gonna get a lot of creeps right now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, you got it. That's pretty good. That was a massive stack.
That was it was 2 stacks.
Yeah, alright. So he's got the bots, pre-10 minutes, back on track.
Back on track. Is that enough to create the space that the Drow Ranger will need?
Well, the issue is you're gonna have Blink Dagger very soon on the Loda. He's got his armlet finished.
Yeah.
And he's got about 1,600 gold to go on the Blink Dagger. EGM is farming very well as well, so you need to get your Blink Dagger before they do.
On the Tinker.
Otherwise, you're just going to get picked off.
So one of the problems I have with that is you got in the team a Tinker who is, I mean, with the travel, he's able to farm and he is able to be everywhere on the map. But at the same time, he basically lays down those March of the Machines on all the safe places to farm.
Yeah.
And that means that Drow Ranger, where is she gonna farm? I don't think he can. I don't think he can.
He doesn't have much mana on the Tinker.
No, but he can't sprint at him. With the Blink Dagger, he would have been dead, but...
That's true. Okay, Axe Blink. This is big.
Okay. So that's going to create space.
Sam H needs it.
How is the space going to get created to have Drow farm? Because we just said that Tinker is going to farm in all the safe places. I mean, right now, you see it. Raven is in the same place as the Tinker, and it's like, well, where's my farm, dude?
The cool thing about having Tinker on your team is you can go anywhere as an initiator like Axe, and know that Tinker's going to be backing you up, you know, with the box. So you will have the follow up. You just need. You have Oracle ulti as well. Oracle being level 6 here. They just smoked under a ward to the right hand side. Yeah.
I know, and they probably also saw the Blink Dagger. Here comes Blink Call. They get Bulldog. Where's the backup? Is someone going to be there to save him? There should be there. The heal's there, but the dunk as well. I mean, there's no Grave, and even if there was one, it wouldn't have saved him. Aki trying to run for his life. Poison touch, isn't he? There's level 4 poison touch, guys. It might actually be able to do something, but not enough there.
Oh, Lotus coming in from the north.
2 kills going the way of TNC. But let's see if Alliance can get some return kills. Crush coming on. Sam H in the target there, and that's a kill. S4 dominating. Still though, Rubik getting picked up by the Drow. That's a bot lane kill at the same time. Cuckoo, if he dies, that is actually going to be doing a lot of what he just did undone, or if that makes sense. Double kill going the way of S4 as they basically that was a 2 versus 2 exchange.
Well, they used quite a lot on Dazzle.
Yes.
They used a lot of the mana on Tinker, and they used a lot of Axe's stuff as well. So after they killed Dazzle, Loda positioned themselves really well on the high ground and just kind of ran down at them. They had vision when he went down a little bit, but
so
it was good.
For me, was that an even trade on that part there?
I think Alliance don't really want to be giving up much at this stage of the game because of their lead. So giving away kills
doesn't matter if it's even. It's not good.
Yeah, exactly. Because you just give like Shadow Demon's level 6 now. You know, it just gets you back into the game a little bit.
So at the same time, Raven actually got a solo kill on EGM bottom during that fight. So that was really good. I think that helps CNC tremendously.
The killing the Lone Druid as well, pretty huge.
Yeah. Yeah, as that was the kill that they initiated with. Lone Druid now surrounded by the 2 supports. We have got a couple of scans going on as well, seeing if we got a fight coming up. And I think we do, because there's 4 people of TNC here. Blink Call gets Aki. Here comes the last solo. Raven. Oh, he gets saved. There's still the telekinesis there. Do they do enough damage? Is the false promise going to be enough to save the life? The disruption there as well. It might just be enough, but no. Raven dies. In the meantime, he goes Loda with a 2-man crush. Sam H drops, and it is TNC that is going to be on the run. At least they've got the protection of the March of the Machines when they back off, but scary.
How tanky the Ake was on the Dazzle. They just didn't expect that. They were just like, okay, he's dead, and they kind of walked away a little bit, and they're like, oh wait, what?
Nope. He's level 8 as well. He's the lowest level on his team, but still higher than 2 of the supports, both the supports of TNC.
And the crush follow up from Loda, like he's been on point on this in this ladder in this game. Like he was top lane ganked, then they dived bottom tower. He was there pretty much in seconds. Like they're playing. This is the style I actually think Alliance is best at. When Loda plays these fighting cores that have early game pressure, Alliance seems to excel. You know. The thing is though, Alliance have 2 of them, right? Slider and Batrider. So the later the game goes, and
both 2 of their comfort heroes as well.
Exactly, but what I'm trying to say is like the later the game goes, the more pressure is on Alliance to do things with this draft. It's a lot on Admiral Bulldog. Like
yeah, he's farming away. He's almost got his Radiance, or rather Relic ready, and then Radiance will be sure to follow. Is TCN like what's their game plan? Because they have a Drow and a Tinker. Are they just want to draw the game out?
No, they need to split push with the Tinker. Get some tier 1 towers. They lack any towers at this point. Get maybe the safe lane tower from Alliance and the mid tower. That allows you a bit of space to get the Roshan and control of the enemy jungle. That's what they're kind of lacking. As for Blink,
yeah, he's got no place to go.
Yeah, we've seen S4 like blink out of crazier situations, you know, with them fingers.
Yeah.
Dyer's bottom tower.
Maybe that was a nice ward.
That was a very nice ward. They saw him get away though.
They know Ake is here though, and he knows they. Yeah, so he's out.
He's out. Okay, so they will get this tower. TNC shouldn't have any issues with that unless Alliance decides to still fight it, but they are more busy and right now pushing on the on the mid lane. So they should be able to get maybe even a trade, a tier 2 for a tier 1 would be a decent trade for Alliance. At the same time, you already pointed out that perhaps at this stage, trading is not really what they're going for here.
No.
This is,
you definitely like giving up
giving
objectives against TNC right now is not ideal, especially with the kind of single-ish core lineup. Like Slider can carry late game, but it's definitely not as strong as say Tinker, Drow.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so TNC is on the move once more.
Yeah, but the Lions are just buying time for Bulldog to finish his relic, and that's their window, you know.
Yeah.
That's when they're gonna group up. They have maybe 1 or 2 levels of null field, and they just push together as 5. They get the Roshan, but the TNC, like Alliance, have to know that TNC are doing this. They took the bottom tier 1 tower, now they're all missing.
And
you know,
yeah.
this
so
is a pretty.
Alliance smoke up. Are they gonna be there in time?
No, probably not.
They're gonna try.
It'll be close.
It will be close. Loda blinks in, crushes. Roshan still goes away with the Dire, as does the Aegis. But at least the axe already get picked up there. False promise. There is an Aegis for Raven, so he will probably die, but at least he has a second life. I'm not sure if they can make very much use of it though, as AU gets picked up on the sidelines now as well, and as Raven respawns, he just respawns within a bundle of heroes of the enemy team. And the Lions gets 4 while Tinker gets away.
You can have Roshan, we'll just kill you all.
We'll just kill you all afterwards, it's fine. You can have that Aegis, we'll just kill you twice.
Now, if Bulldog had had his Radiance like 2 seconds earlier, they would have been on time for that Roshan. But it was just, it's the tiniest thing in Dota, you know, you kill Ancients and you just take that little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was close. Because they definitely were like, okay, we cannot fight. We need this Radiance. You know, that's what the Lone Druid players say. You know, I don't have Reasonable, we're not fighting.
Yeah, and he was actually very, very close as well. So, you know, it's not like, you know, oh, okay, guys, I need like 600 more gold.
No,
it was actually like, you know,
close.
this few seconds. And they don't get it. The axe actually died so fast. I was actually quite surprised.
The
Like
weave and amp.
Like who dropped there so fast? Was it Axe? He really needs to be there. He needs to be the tanky frontliner for that Drow Ranger. Otherwise, Raven is just fresh meat.
He needs a Crimson Guard, I think. You know, they have so much minus armor. The best thing against minus armor is damage block. Like instead of trying to get 5 armor from or 2 armor from Vlad's or whatever it is. Yeah. It's like you want to get this actual physical damage block that blocks a set amount of damage. It's very strong.
You got the blade mail now. That might help a bit.
Yeah, it will help, but it's still not low.
We're 18 and 5, and the score is very reminiscent of previous game where at some point it was 23 to 5 around this time of the game, I think. So Alliance once again in the lead.
Yeah.
This time TNC does not have a wombo combo defense lineup as they had previous.
They still have a lot of firepower. They've like Oracle, Tinker with an axe initiation. They have a lot of burst damage, but it's
a different type of defense that they're going for, right?
It's definitely a lot on the Tinker. We'll put it that way. Cuckoo needs to do a lot of work. If he gets picked off, the Alliance can just push high ground. There's very little you can do against that. This is what Alliance do as well. They just get the pipe up on Bulldog.
Yeah.
Just allow them to push through the March of the Machines. It seems like Alliance are playing the game exactly how they want to.
Yeah.
Then they don't seem to be under pressure either.
They really don't. No. It just feels like Alliance's game, and it's TNC's. Like the ball's in their court. It's their turn to do something, but they're just not able to get there.
It's just time to go now. They weave the bear. Oh, they removed the.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower.
Was that
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, exactly. He had it for like 1 more second, so he was like, okay, I'm just gonna use it on the bear.
Yeah.
Laugh.
That worked. Well, it was a bit of a poke at the tower. I mean, again, there is still no real pressure for Alliance.
No.
TNC all went back to defend, or rather to just be ready in case Alliance pushes the
It's the same thing again. Alliance are playing their game, and TNC are forced to react. Like TNC are never. the one good move they made was the tier 1 tower bottom into the Roshan pit. Right, but then straight away after that, Alliance punished them heavily by killing 4 of their teammates and killing the Raven twice with the Aegis.
So some tough times here for TNC. It's the first series of their TI6 adventure.
Even though the heroes are quite different in this game from the first game, it still
feels the same.
It's very similar, yeah. Instead of the Drow Ranger being the center point, it's the Lone Druid, right?
Yeah.
So they play around Admiral Bulldog. He stands back, and they just kind of protect him. They use their
They might want to get Loda here. They will get him actually.
Armlet.
Armlet toggling. Okay, no. Still ends up going down, but the rest of his team is here to get revenge. And he actually buys back. Wants to be back here in this fight. As Sam H gets put under. Will live another minute longer. Will be able to blink away. Never mind. Won't be able to blink away at all. AU running away from EGM. Having a bit of a one-on-one battle. Now Aki joins the fray as well. Gets a poison touch going. And that should be enough to kill off AU as the support is just... I like seeing supports killing supports for some reason. In the meantime, Dro also died, but...
Cuckoo just got out in time. Dro was trying to TP out at the bottom of the team fight.
Yeah.
But Admiral Bulldog used the Savage Roar to cancel it. It's very nice. But Cuckoo managed to escape.
Yeah.
Which is...
I mean, Demon as well.
Yeah.
Right? So...
Well, it doesn't matter so much.
So they forced out a buyback for Loda.
Yeah.
Is that...
Oh.
Is that worth it? Okay, Batrider.
What is he doing up there? That's probably what he's saying to himself. He's like, why is there a Batrider in my jungle?
He was there so fast.
Yeah, just after we fought bottom, like 2 seconds ago. I have boots of travel and I'm a tinker, and I just got here.
And Batrider did not use his boots of
yeah,
travel to
exactly,
get
he
there.
ran.
That was impressive.
Very, very nice rotation from S4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Loda bought back, trying to catch the tinker, but didn't manage to do it. Like, he just went straight for tinker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think that was worth it?
Bottom lane? They get the call on the...
Yeah, no deny for you. Oh, EGM actually blinks in. Goes for AU. He does try to make something happen. He has still got the disruption as well, but never mind. Ends up going down on Demon. I'm not sure. Was he Force Staff to be in there? Was he Savage Roar to be in there? Because he was out way too far.
He was lassoed.
There we
by
go.
a Batrider, yeah. S4 blinked in and went on him straight away. Like, every time he goes on some... Oh, Sam H.
Blade Mills on as well. Actually, there's a lot of damage to EGM. Might be enough. EGM is taking...
Oh my god, that flame break from S4 stopping the Culling Blade?
Yeah, did enough damage. They do get the bear. The resummon is not there, though. So they kill the bear. There's no new bear. So at least Alliance has to wait for that.
Oh my god, alright, so EGM just finishes Lotus Orb. So now when they want to use anything, like for example the laser, as you talked about during the draft from the Tinker on the bear, just gets lasers right back.
Yeah.
Like, so pushing high ground is a lot easier for Alliance now. You really don't want to be lasering yourself as Tinker. 320 damage, pure. Especially with, he has a lens now as well, so he hurts himself even more.
So whoever has Aki in their fantasy team.
Ake?
Aki, yeah. He's 4-2 and 15.
And he's using Poison Touch a lot.
He is placing all the wards.
Yeah,
like
and he's doing a lot of damage. I don't know if does that matter.
Depends on what the card bonuses are that people have chosen. Like if you don't have like there's golden and silver ones. They do extra, like they give extra points for specific things that they do. If you're having a support card, oh, hello AU, bye AU. But if you're having a support card, then for example, extra wards, you get extra points for wards placed.
Oh. S4, please, don't leave me,
please. But yeah, he is placing all the wards.
Okay, so he's definitely.
We saw him dominating. And he has mana boots and now only a medallion of courage. So he has been placing all the wards. Basically,
EGM's like,
EGM is
dude,
like,
I'm gonna buy my Lotus Orb. You know, I got things to do.
I'm just gonna farm now.
Yeah, you do you.
You had your fun earlier on.
Yeah, you were basically a core.
Yeah.
Lotus gonna go for that heart. That looks good. Crimson Guard could be okay too, but I think he does go hard. It's good for sieging. You just go, you go high ground, you take some hits, and then you fall back, you regen, continue the siege. It's pretty strong. The Raven just don't seem to be able to play their game, you know? Like, Alliance just constantly pressuring everywhere. Now they have a gem on Batrider, so all the vision that TNC had is going to be
But it's so difficult to farm for them. Like, that map is getting so small. And then all the places that they can farm, there's a Tinker there laying down his marching machines. And they just can't do anything else. So their only option is to fight. But, you know, they have a good fighting lineup, but they only would have had a good fighting lineup if they weren't as far behind as they are right now. Like, if this was even, they could fight. As you said, Tinker and Axe is pretty good to have, because if you're going to go for someone, you know, if you've got Tinker backing you up. But if you can't fight because you're already that far behind, and you know you can't, because one fight might cost you a game.
It's a lot to do with the laning. In both games, TNC had a plan, and the plan relied on them laning kind of well. Like in this game, Drow Ranger struggled extremely hard against the offensive Drow line. They tried to go bottom, Alliance followed them bottom. Tried to go top, Alliance followed them back up. It's like in the first game with the Void Brood matchup. Like Alliance are just ruthless. They won't let them breathe at all.
Double duty.
They're just waiting on these timings again. Like their AC is pretty much is it on the career? No, it's coming on the it's like 400 gold away. So when they get that, they get the Aegis. They just push high ground. It's with the Lotus Orb from EGM. It's gonna be hard. TNC trying their best to farm up on the Tinker. He's nearly got his Axe. That'll help.
That's good.
That'll help a lot.
Yeah, he actually is
being able to laser the bear and everyone else on the team, and yeah, it's pretty strong.
So yeah, there's a heart coming on. It is a heart for Slardar, by the way.
Yeah.
He picked up the Reaver as well, so it's going to be even more difficult to kill him off. Because at the moment, Drow is the only real source of damage next to the Tinker, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much, well, just the problem with Drow is, right, you have Slider and Batrider both blinking in your face.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard. Look, this is probably going to be a decently fast Roshan.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
-8 armor.
-13. It's all good. So, well, we were talking during the draft about supports that Alliance had early previous game. That they had
no
offensive, they had no save, they had aggressive supports. Obviously now they do have some sort of save, but I mean Aki's playing as an offensive support, so there's that.
Maxing the poison touch.
Looking at TNC though, they've got a Shadow Demon and an Oracle. I would say that is 2 defensive supports, right?
The problem is though they couldn't use their supports because of the tri-lane from Alliance was so strong that they never got experience or levels. You pointed out the...
EGM might actually drop here.
Here comes his team.
For the moment. Raven, Lasso is there. Can Demon do something to stop it? Not for the moment. No, Demon dead, and I think Raven will be following him as well, because...
Demon used his ulti a bit fast, actually. Not waiting on the Batrider ulti, but S4 got in close and just like threatened with, you know what I mean? He was on top of the Drow and Demon was like, okay. He's gonna die anyway, so I might as well buy him some time.
No buyback either for either of the two.
Yep. Alliance pushing very quickly.
Yeah.
They need to kill this Tinker. The Tinker is the key hero. I'm surprised they're not doing you know, more of the wards on top of the trees or in the jungle.
Yeah, in the lane.
Exactly.
You're right.
Because he's the one stopping them right now. Like Alliance are extremely far ahead.
But they do have the pipe to deal with it. So perhaps they're just thinking, you know what, if we do get some kills and it's not Tinker, we can just siege anyway.
They have the pipe for the march, but they still have the laser and the disarm from Oracle. They have a lot on top of that, you know?
Well, yeah, they do. But at the same time, the blink call actually called Loda there as well. He just jumped in.
Everyone's missing.
Yeah, they might be able to get something going here. First half with the safety. Loda, I think he's fine. Yeah. I really like False Promise in EGM. It just gets me so confused. Blink Lasso, no, get saved.
Nice job, Demon.
False Promise once more. They had Raven there.
And Lions just immediately back off.
Yeah, that tower dropped real fast.
It did, yeah. You saw the power of the lasers though, right? Like when they were pushing, all of a sudden lasering everyone slows down the push.
I also saw the power of the Rubik. I mean, basically everything that he steals from an Oracle is really useful.
Yeah, every spell is useful. Yeah. The Q is amazing against their team as well. The Fortune's End, to dispel the disarm.
Yeah.
You can dispel the laser as well from Tinker on the bear, which is huge.
And they're just gonna go again, because why not? Right, they also still have the Aegis.
Jerry's so farmed. He's 5-1-16. He just has an ultimate orb. He doesn't even have, like, no TP scroll. Just a branch and an ultimate orb. Like
no buyback either. I mean, he's not gonna die.
Nah, he's good. What?
He's good.
I guess it's Hex or Lincoln.
I mean, I can look at the net worth difference and I see it.
Yeah,
I press the button sometimes, but I don't think we need to have visual aid to know who's ahead.
You
at
can
this point.
feel it in this game. If you even just look at the positioning on the map of where Demon is, for example.
Tier 4 towers
Yeah.
behind them, yeah.
Just hiding behind his tier 4 towers. He has to be so far back. Terrified of S4's Batrider or Loda's Slider just blinking in and killing him nearly instantly.
So I thought that if you have, oh there you go. Like if you have a heart, you can just have your arms open all the time.
Yeah, you can, but you don't want to do it if you're killing him.
Okay, lasso on the axe. It comes to Crush as well, but he was already saved. The blink lasso on the Oracle this time. If they can't catch Raven, they will try for the Oracle. He does use False Promise, and the laser is indeed helping out. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. They get the kill on Demon as soon as the False Promise ends, and Sam H is soon to follow if he is not careful. Burst stabbing into safety. He's alive with the laser once again. Sam H is safe, and they are not getting the Rex this time. Only the Oracle, and that is the defense that TNC needed.
Oh my god, their defense is so strong. Like that.
So strong.
You saw Alliance, how much they rely on the right-click damage. Like,
where's the BKBs?
BKB or MKB?
Oh, oh no. Sam, please, careful. Disruption is still there. Loda has got the Aegis. We'll put it to use as Sam will drop. Loda's gonna respawn very soon, but he's gonna be okay.
Okay, so with the Axe down, I think they're good to go. The initiation from Axe comboed up with the Oracle and the Tinker nuke was what was kind of keeping them strong.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dispel the laser with the fortune zone.
There again, they might be able to get the bear. They're doing a lot of damage to this bear. It is a false promise, so be sure there is some damage going through, but it's not enough to kill it off so far. And Raven actually came out of the base to try and kill off the bear. Might have been a mistake. Disruption will keep him safe, though.
They're saving him with everything. They disrupted and false promised, using everything to. Honestly, TNC are playing very well to stay in this game.
This is I feel like we're seeing a different TNC than we saw like 10 minutes ago. Well, it comes together. It just makes sense.
Their draft is definitely heavily relied on Cuckoo and the Tinker doing well, and he hasn't like had the best start, but he's definitely keeping them in this game with the lasers, and they've great initiations from Sam H as well.
So one of the problems that comes to mind when you know, this is what they're strong at, this is what they're good at. We can see that they're in their element here. But they're in their element, in their comfort zone when they are behind and they are high ground defensing. And is their lineup, would you say, just built to be doing this?
No, definitely not. The lineup is based off having this immortal axe, having the Oracle and the Shadow Demon to back him up. So Axe can initiate, he can look around the map, he can smoke up with Oracle or Shadow Demon. They look around the map, they find someone, they initiate, Tinker comes in, and then they kill them, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's based off. Oracle has high base attack times of comboed with Drow. Does a lot of right click damage for a support. Like he hits really hard already, but he also attacks very fast. So they're based off getting the picks with Axe and using Axe to create space for their somewhat greedy-ish cores of Drow and of Tinker. And the main reason it didn't work so well is because in lane, Alliance just outplayed them. First of all, sending the Lone Druid mid against the Tinker was a surprise. They thought it would be a Batrider. They did the offensive lane. Oh, the
BKB on the bear! Still gets caught though. Still is also slowed down. Monocourage being there. Oh, lasso again on Demon. Can they kill him down this time before he can get a fortune set on himself? Yes, they can. Okay. Woo! Bear getting saved for the moment. Might still take some damage though, but at least we'll pick up the racks before he is alive. Alive he is indeed.
I think Loda's blink got cancelled by a Shadow Demon poison, so he couldn't actually initiate there. No, he just crushed on the spot.
Yeah, he just stayed behind like, okay Bear, you're on your own. Yeah. Good luck there. I mean, they got the melee racks. It's going, you know, bit by bit, step by step, but however
it's very slow
it is. They're getting the job done.
And you gotta the more times you try and take high ground like this, the more opportunities there is to screw up, right?
Yeah,
of course.
it's not bad for TNC
No,
that the
it's
game gets
good.
dragged on longer. At this point, that's what they want.
Exactly. They only got a range racks as well. It's not so important.
And also TNC has a Tinker, has a Drow Ranger that if she ever would get an Aghanim, she already has a Maelstrom, is very good at defending pushes and defending against mega creeps, super creeps even. So there is still hope regardless. The only downside is, of course, then you would get less farm because you get less gold from those creeps, and that's going to be a problem. Not in trouble so far. Looks like TNC wanted to secure Roshan, but Roshan was not up yet.
They realized they just can't give them a Roshan.
Yeah.
You know, like
if they go again, I mean that's just a double life.
I think
slaughter.
Bulldog realized this as well. Very good map awareness. TPing out, pushing out the lane a bit with the bear, and then just immediately TPing out. Yeah. Damn.
Staying together. Roshan is up in like 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes actually, 1 and 2 second, 1 minute.
Is this the Blink Dagger or the BKB finished on Loda? It is, yeah, okay.
It is.
Taking high ground now with the double BKB. Batrider will have his Octarine finished pretty soon.
Yeah.
So it'll allow them to kind of, because what we saw before was they blink in the lasso, then they just, they try and push for a little bit and it doesn't work, and then they just go home. But this will allow you to have lasso up every like 45 seconds. So you can continuously pressure them, And the second smoke out from TNC, they're definitely under pressure here now. In the first game when we saw them under pressure for this Roshan fight, we saw what happened, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
Even when they got the Roshan, they got wiped earlier on as well. So it's.
And this is extremely obvious, right? You see nobody defending anything, and you know the Roshan is up because you timed it.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. They've spotted them out. They're in a bad place. Tinker's gonna, Youngbody's gonna get, or Joe's gonna get cancelled.
Yeah.
They have TP.
The Savage Roar was there. Demon already walking on the
Lotus coming
tower.
in,
He will almost be dead regardless. In comes to crush the Blink. Demon there to save him. Trying to buy Raven some time to get out. Trying to buy him space as well. Axe jumping to maybe help save Demon. Demon walking to the high ground. Will live for the moment longer. Nobody died just yet. In comes the Gust of Spell, slowing down Bulldog. And Samage forces himself to the high ground. Shadow Demon got picked up at the side. But that is it.
Wait.
Even Demon got out.
Okay, did they have vision with the Firefly? Okay, they might have vision with Firefly, because EGM instantly lifted the axe. He didn't even make the noise for call. Like, you saw the animation, but he didn't even make the noise. So, that was extremely fast.
At the same time, I think TNC can be happy that they only lost to Shadow Demon.
They needed the Roshan.
Sure.
Like, you saw the pressure around there with the double smoke.
The game could have been over
Yeah,
right
that's true. That's true. Giving up Roshan.
That is still very painful. There's a reason they went out to do
Demon
that. The lasso is there. Raven, alive for the moment. It comes a crush. Still hits on Sam on the very edge. Might be able to make something done. There's a Shiva's guard now too. The Tinker helping out, trying to slow things down.
Loda's looking for initiation.
Go high ground. Loda going in. Gets the kill on the axe. In the meantime, there is a lone druid on the bot racks with a BKB just bashing on people. And they will be able to go for the range rack as well. Laser or no laser, that Rax will go down. In the meantime, Loda doesn't care about buildings. S4 doesn't care about buildings. They're doing exactly what you said during the draft, Shane. They're creating space for that lone druid to do lone druid things and just walk from building to building and take him down. Tinker is trying to stop it. Tinker is trying to do what he can. They're not even trying to kill Tinker at the moment.
No. They're just ignoring him.
They're just ignoring him. They're killing everybody else. They're killing his entire team. They will be able to take down the Aegis on Loda right now, but I mean, Loda is still, but even while he's dead, he's making sure they stay in their base. While Admiral Bulldog, again, the racks are his.
The Hex
lasers. Lasers are the only thing helping out right now.
But they have the Lotus Orb to dispel it.
And that's Mega Creeps right there. We did say that Mega Creeps might be something that TNC could defend from, but at this point, there is no hope for them. There is nothing unless they can get a clean team wipe here, and there would be. GG. Okay, that was.
I was a bit worried there for a second.
For a second there, I was worried as well. But GG is called.
TNC played it bravely. They got out outlaned, I want to say. You know, like Alliance.
I think Lola is very happy.
Alliance forced them to play their style in both games. And TNC didn't really have an answer for it. They were forced to take all these fights in game 1 that they didn't really want to take.
Yeah.
Like in the Roshan pit in the top lane, and Alliance just kind of walked all over them. To be honest,
they really, really did.
Yeah,
the fact that the game lasted 40 minutes, that goes to credit of TNC. I mean, they, like you said, they defended bravely, but from minute 2, I want to say, or even before
they didn't have a kill for a long time.
Yeah.
The Alliance kept on rotating the lanes. Even the mid matchup, Tinker didn't do great. He had his bots pretty at 10 minutes just because the supports were focused so much on stacking for him. Like in game 1, they focused heavily on the stacking for their mid laner, but
Alliance was just ahead.
Yeah.
They were in their comfort zone, and it didn't feel like TNC with their draft was able to pressure that at all.
If you think about the way they laned it, right, they did an offensive trial, and they know that in game 1, TNC just stacked for their mid laner. There's no support to help their carry at all, so it's difficult.
A lot to learn from this series for TNC.
Yep.
So at least they get that out of the way.
First game of the day.
I mean, you can only go up,
yeah,
right?
Definitely, yeah. Like, you have to learn from each game. Like, the TI naturally the game evolves as it goes on.
Yep.
And at every single TI, like, the first few days are always completely different to the last few in every aspect.
Very true. Alliance, though, looking solid. I kind of feel like they did get extra space that they might not have gotten from other teams in the group.
I kind of agree, yes.
But we'll see what they do moving forward. But that is it for the first series here on this stream. Keep in mind, guys, there are 4 games going on at the same time. So before the next match starts here, I'm sure you can find more games of Dota 2 to watch here for the TI6 International group stage. Yeah, TI6 International. Yeah, I did say it twice.
Quap of pain.
This is TI6 group stages. Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.